So we're gonna fill the pot about halfway or 2/3 of the way with soil. This is a 1-gallon pot. Make sure it's got lots of good drainage holes. We're gonna take some peas that we planted. These ones were planted in the larger pots, but you're welcome to take the ones that we took in the smaller pots. These ones just thrived a little bit better. Pick apart some of the peat moss pot and then just break them gently in half, like this. If it's wet, it'll be easier to do. Not too wet, but you can see how moist the soil is. They're coming apart quite nicely. Except for those roots there. There we go. So there's 2 now. Set one aside. And we'll plant one in here on this side. Just gently tuck it in there, and we'll plant the other one on the other side. You can leave the peat moss pot on it, just gently. It will disintegrate at some point. Then we're going to take some more soil and gently press it in. So I think 2 plants, if you're going to plant a bean and a pea together, or 2 peas together, or 2 beans, should be plenty for a 1-gallon pot. Just gently tap out all the air bubbles that may be formed. And get one of these tomato cages or a stick if you've got one, and gently place it in here around it so that they can grow upward. They like to climb things, so they'll grow up really nice around that. And set it in the sun. Give it a nice drink of water, and you're good to go. Okay, so we're going to take one of the little tomatoes and put them into the larger pots. They can be larger than this. This is how big ours are right now. They can be larger, they can have more leaves, or they can have less leaves, but this is a pretty good size to transplant. So you just want to gently pull the netting apart. It rips really easily. Gently, being careful not to rip any roots. You'll see there's 2 there that we didn't disturb any roots. Set one aside. You can pull the netting off. Whoops, or keep it. It's okay, it looks like it's kind of grown into it a bit, so set that there. We're going to put a little bit of dirt in the bottom of the pot. Fill it about halfway. Give it a nice press inside. A little bit more, so that there's no air pockets. Take your tomato plant, set it inside gently. Fill it up the rest of the way with dirt. Be careful not to cover too much of the stem and none of the leaves, of course. Give it a nice press down so that there's no air bubbles. These peat pots can be transplanted again into the ground or into the tomatoes into a larger pot like the beans and peas have been transplanted in. Just do the same process, peel the peat pot away from it and then press it into the ground or into your pot. Give it a nice drink. And then they can stay in these pots for an extra couple weeks or until they're a good 6 or 10 inches high. If they're taller than that, throw them into a bigger pot like this and put another tomato cage around it. Give them lots of sun and nice drinks of water every day and you should be set.